We'll try this one. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Kanipa with Macquash, Standing Bear, Soda Tribe, Fishing Lake First Nation, Saskatchewan, Canada, Treaty 4 Territory, Anishinaabe, published author, 60s Scoop, survivor. And welcome to March 2nd edition of We Are the Medicine Circle. And no one said that they love you today. I love you very much. It's an honor, again, to sit in what we call the honor seat. I'm in the service of, what that means, I'm in the service of the circle. I'm in service of the Great Spirit, and I'm in the service of the circle. It's a beautiful place to be. I just, there's really another place that I'd rather be this morning, just sitting with you, praying with you, and praying for you. And if no one said that they love you today, I love you very much, which means I just want you to live a really good, beautiful, happy life, connected to all those beautiful things, right? Yeah, So okay, all right. Couple of housekeeping things before we start in earnest. If we have any, I recently got kicked off the feed here. So if there's any kind of connection issues, if we get kicked off, please come right back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to finish out the reading and everything that we need to do. Okay. With that being said, let us begin. Let us do a good smudge today. Let us do that today. There we go. And we had a there it is. Okay. There we go. Again, if we could get a couple volunteers. We ask for this daily. A couple volunteers to keep this smoke going. The smoke going throughout the morning meditation. Remember, it is the elder, the grandmother out in Vancouver that said, let's keep this smoke going. It is the smoke that connects us all. So let's do that, with that, for that, pray with that, for the children that have never come home from residential schools. And that's going to be the comment today, the question and comment today, in a little bit. But before we start, let's start in the usual way here. If you would like to offer with me, as Grandfather Tony would say, that would be good. A little pinch of tobacco goes a long way. Traditionally, we can't. There was a question: can we offer something else? No, tobacco's the thing. So yeah, a little grounding help, a little help from above, and we're in the perfect place. So, amen. Anisiga, we tiyagana. To all my relations, Kikimana, Great Spirit, Creator, Great Mystery, Chi Megwich, thank you. Kewazanami, I love you, we love you, thank you for this day, thank you for our breath, thank you for this life, thank you for our circle. We are grateful for our last breath, and we were hopeful for our next, and we live in that place in between. We come here in circle today. We mean no harm in what we do. We come here in a good way. We come here in a sacred way. Wakapik, to come in a sacred way, and that's what we do. We offer ourselves in a gentle way to sit here and to listen in that very beautiful sacred way. The first reason why we are here. There can be many more after, but the first reason why we are here is life. We understand without life, we have nothing. So let's come here today and let us celebrate life. The celebration of our life, the celebration of the circle here, and the celebration of all nations, tribes, and circles. The life of all nations, tribes, and circles, especially those nations, tribes, and circles that do not look like the two-legged, like the standing nations, the ones that offer the world breath, we say thank you. To the fish nations, ones who teach us how to live in harmony and balance with the water, we say thank you. To the wing nations, the ones who teach us how to live in harmony and balance with the wind and air, we say thank you. To the creepy crawlers, the slithers, the insect nations, the ones who teach us how to stay close and grounded to Mother Earth, we say thank you. To the four-legged, the ones who teach us how to teach us the most about our humanity. They offer us so much to our humanity, for our humanity, we say thank you. And of course to other two-legged nations, circles, and tribes, all nations, circles, and tribes. For we understand that you are our teachers as well. We have learned many lessons from you. This makes us happy. We come here and we celebrate life in all directions, both seen and unseen. We celebrate those things that offer us life, like the water, the wind, the fire, and Mother Earth. We come here and we celebrate the life of those that have come before us. Our ancestors. And remember, if they are our ancestors, or if they are our relatives here, they are our ancestors over there. So we come from 1 billion points of light, come from 1 billion good prayers of love and light. And we also understand and acknowledge that some of our two-legged ancestors were wounded, sick, traumatized, and abused, and they passed that along to us. We acknowledge that. But we also acknowledge that there is great love, compassion, courage that is also passed down to us. So we take that courage and we learn from their mistakes, their missteps, their misguidance. And we begin to heal, and we heal, and we walk forward. We walk forward in a gentle and good way. We leave that bitterness and that hurt behind as we heal. We learn to pray for our enemies. Pray for those who wounded us. not only for us, our personal lives, but the lives of the next 7 generations, where they are always listening and hearing to what we are doing. They absorb every word. We only borrow this earth from our children, and our children are only loaned to us. So we have a great opportunity not to pass along that hurt, those wounds, those abuse, those traumas to the next 7 generations. We come here to be better people. We come here to do better individually. We come here to be human and to understand our humanness. We come here to understand our compassion and our strength and our unity. That is what the next 7 generation is praying for us, so that they don't have to battle like we are here. So let's offer this in a good way. Let us offer these prayers of light and love and unity here. It doesn't have to be the way it's always been. Let us be better humans today. And the Great Spirit Kitsy Manitou was smart. Left a road for us to follow. The red road, the road of wellness, the road of all people, the one that connects to all other roads. Give us teachings to follow. Humility, love, strength, respect, honesty, wisdom, and so many more after that. But let us sit here today to sit and make good relations with both seen and unseen. Let's begin with the spirit. As the old one said, if it doesn't begin with spirit, then it doesn't begin. So let's begin with the spirit of humility. Let us sit with humility today and see how close. We are here to be good relatives. We are here to build good relations. We are here to maintain good relations. So let's build, maintain, sit with this thing called humility today and understand what it means to us and what it connects to us and what it disconnects us from. Let us remember, after all this prayer, the original prayer at the center of the universe. The prayer delivered to the belly of the womb of our mothers. The thunder beings delivered that. That beautiful heartbeat that we all have. It is that singular prayer that unites us all. Let us remember that we are one. Okay, good one. All right, good one this morning. So if you're new here, welcome to We Are the Medicine here. We Are the Medicine Circle. And if no one said that they love you today, I love you very much. So, and it's a beautiful day to sit together. It's like how many days till spring? Like 18, 19, something like that. So yeah, let's spring's around the corner here. So. Woohoo! So a couple things before we start in earnest here. Kind of a preamble things, and it's really important. I was trying to figure out how to like shorten this, right? Because we're at it a long time, right? We're at this a long time. So, but really, there was really no way around this, right? So we have to talk about hollow bones. That's why we're here. And really, that's what the meditation is every day, and just clearing out, understanding, connecting to loving, honoring, respecting with humility, the hollow bones. So hollow bones, we understand the general, most convenient definition is that we know there's a life force out there. So we are a conduit of that life force. So what does conduit mean? That means it flows to us, and then we have to offer that away, right? We live in a world of takers, right? And that's what that colonial world is. It's a world of takers. They have, you know, it's Heyoka world, named backwards medicine. It's a dyslexic world, right? So they become a world of takers, and what we have to do is we really have to walk the way of harmony and balance. So when we are offered life, we have to offer life back. That means we help life connect to life. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. We have a really solid reading today. So actually, they're all pretty good, right? So anyway, would love to hear your definition of hollow bones. I think it's really important because we're all teachers here. We're all students. We're all teachers. I learn from you as much as you learn from me. Let's understand that that's one of the medicines of the circle. Right. Let's not forget that, right? I'm not the only hollow bones here. We are all hollow bones, but we're all, and the hollow bones simply looks like this perspective of how we relate and connect to life. So, some of us a little bit, some of us have, and what that physically looks like is like some of us drank in the past week or two, then that's where you're at. And then some of us have been clean and sober for a lot of time, and then some of us have been walking the red road for 30 years or something like that. And but the beautiful thing is, it makes no difference. It makes no difference here. We leave that conversation at the door. Has nothing to do with circle medicine. Has everything to do with the colonial world, like you're good, you're bad. We're trying, we're not bad people trying to be good. That's the colonial narrative. The spiritual narrative, hey, we're trying to get healthy, and more importantly, we're trying to get healthy together. That's the beautiful thing. So, ancestors and elders. So, this is like the groundwork. There was a comment like, well, why do we do that? Well, this is the ground. It's really traditional, really important that we acknowledge the ones that helped us out, the ones that have come before us, that laid the road out, the map. I would not be here if it weren't for Grandfather Tony, umpteen years ago, when I was, clumsy and spiritually inept and, couldn't find my own way and out of paper bag, right? So let's thank our elders. Let's thank the ancestors, the ones who really carried this medicine when it was really dangerous to do so in the colonial world. We were not allowed to have these ceremonies, these circles, talk in a sacred way. The colonial world, they would murder us, put us in jail, whatever. So, okay, circle medicine. Where's the circle medicine? Okay, here's the circle. Okay, this is what we look like here. This is it. This is a beautiful braid of sweetgrass. That was a question the other day. The other thing is if you have a question, don't be ashamed or to ask it. The only question that I can't help you with is the one that you don't ask. So please just don't. I'm not shaming you. Don't feel shameful. Hey, I don't know what that is. It's really beautiful, and I don't know what that is. That was a comment the other day. So this is a braid of sweetgrass, and my apologies for not explaining this consistently and better. So this is a braid of sweetgrass. We are all intertwined and overlapping. That's basically, this is the hair. This is one of the 4 sacred medicines. This is the hair of Mother Earth. This is a representative of the circle that we are in. No one is in front of us, no one is behind us, no one is above us, no one is below us. We are all equal here. We all have beautiful, unique, powerful medicine. We all have beautiful, we're all beautiful. We're all sacred, man. Why can't we just say that and just own that? That's like our birthright, right? We don't have to listen to that narrative, especially the sacred feminine. The sacred feminine has to be a certain height, certain size, size 0 in order for you to be ordained as beautiful. And we just have to understand that we are all beautiful. We come from a beautiful place. We are beautiful people, and that's that. That's really that simple, right? It's really that simple. We don't have to discuss it really anymore. We just have to, and these are one of those. This is another comment. We just have to sit with this, we just have to sit with that, right? Hey, just say that, and it's not an affirmation. It's not anything like that. Just know, I am beautiful, and it's not coming from a place of conceit. Is coming from a place of absolute beauty. That's what those prayers are. This place of absolute beauty. And it's okay to be beautiful. I don't know if you know that. But it's okay to say I love you. It's okay to receive love. That's part of hollow bones, receiving love. Part of being beautiful is also receiving love, and not in a conceited or contractual way, but just say, hey, look, I just want you to live a really good, beautiful life. Yes, it was. All you have to say is thank you. That's it. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I love you too. Simple as that. Really, yeah. Spirit works in simplicity. Write that one here. There's a pen here. I got a pen for you. Write that one down. Spirit works in simplicity. Like if it's somewhere else, then it comes from someplace else. It's complicated. If it's got Pythagorean theorem in it, then it's probably not coming from spirit, right? It probably comes from 8th grade math or something. I've never once used the Pythagorean theorem in anything that I've ever done outside of like I don't know. Is that geometry? I don't even know what that is. I wasn't paying attention, but whatever. Okay, so sacred feminine. Oh, question of the day. So let's hold on. Let's kind of read here. Hold on, I'm gonna jump. So question of the day here. So this is really important that and this is really about gentleness, right? Right. So we're gonna jump on my page here. Hold on. I just got her. So hold on. So I'm scrolling through. So, okay, here it is. We are the Medicine Circle. Question, what's your comment of the day? Recently received a comment. I received a lot of comments, questions, and concern, whatever. Please keep those coming. I don't guarantee I get around all of them. That's the thing I have to say. So anyway, received a comment when I posted an orange shirt post. Orange shirt, every child matters, in honor of our residential school survivors and those that have never come home. Right. And there was a woman that kind of went on a rant with me. She didn't put it in the feed, and that's interesting, right? She couldn't put it in the feed, but she sent it as a private message, right? And she said all children matter. Stop being racist, right? Right. Again, this is a time of great gentleness, right? Right. Initially, years ago, I would have felt attacked. I would have felt less than. I would have done this, but just like now it's something else, right? Now let's learn from all this, because this is a general theme that goes with being indigenous, right? And maybe we'll go over a couple of topics. It's like me as a 60s scoop survivor. There's a lot of people that say just get over it, just like get over it, just get over it, just get over it. We don't want to hear it. Just get over it. Just get past it. Just get past it. Just get past it. Well, the thing is, some of your comments were, really good. I'm not going to, I wouldn't dignify such a post with an answer, blah, blah, blah. There's something like this comment, and they're made to be hurtful, right? That put us on, the defensive, right? Right. But what would spirit do? How can we help this woman? How can we better understand, help this woman? Right. These are some of the questions that we have to talk about, right? So she's obviously coming from that colonial world, kind of wounded. She kind of probably felt attacked, right? She probably felt a little bit ashamed, like maybe she's Catholic, maybe her grandmother, was part of this, and just say, hey, we really don't know, because I really didn't engage with her too much, because it's just, like how much do we want to engage in the sickness, right? Right. There's obvious sickness here, right? There's obvious, a level of disdain and hate and all that, and stop being a racist. So she tried to turn that around. She's very clever and tried to turn that around and say, well, you're being a racist, Right. Right. and like really how much of that is actual fact, how much is that is actually true, right? Right. We talk about the red road being the road of wellness, beginning with, if it begins with the spirit, let's begin with the spirit, right? that's what the old show, the road of wellness begins with spirit. So how can we talk about this and then begin with the spirit, the road of wellness, like the two diverging, converging kind of thing at the same time, right? Well, Pops would say, pray about it, and that's why Pops would pray about it. Well, what to do? Pray about it harder, but he's right, spirit begins with prayer. So maybe what this woman needs is like a little bit more love, and not that she will accept it because she's not really at that place, but we can still offer it anyway in our prayers. So what do? We always say pray for our enemies, right? There's a disconnect between the comment, like New Orange Shirt comment, all children matter, and then what she says. So there's a clear disconnect there, right? So what do we do if we begin with spirit? This is a lesson for all of us, especially in Indian country, because a lot of us, indigenous, this is the kind of comments that we get on a regular basis, right? We get this on I get this on a regular basis. Like, just get over it. I'm talking about 60 just get over it. Like, you're a professional victim type thing, right? Well, it's something that our communities are still dealing with. There's a place of healing right there, right? There's lessons there, right? Well, the process, and there's a process there. So let's understand that there's a process of healing, and allow those people to go through it, and including our enemies, right? Or those who say such things, right? We're just going to classify her as an enemy because she's not really loving, so she's something else. So, so we also know what the colonial world does is, like if they don't get their way, it's they dismiss. So this is a very dismissive comment, disinformation. So and discredit, right? So she's trying to discredit me, right? Well, you're the racist, right? And the beautiful thing is that we don't have to put any more energy into it. We don't have to think anything. We don't have to do anything. We just have to, okay, we have to really, really what the first comment here really said. I wouldn't dignify such a post. I wouldn't dignify such a post with an answer. So that's it there. So we just dismiss it right away. What we give power has power, right? So, like we could get all in a twist about this. Or we could just like have a night cup coffee. So anyway, that's that was an interesting comment. Probably not the first time we're going to have to go through that, because that's kind of the world that we live in. So anyway, I would love to hear your comments, your and please keep your questions and comments coming. Especially like if you have a question out there, we have a chat too, so it doesn't have to be on the feed here. Right here, we also have a chat. That's why we have that. We have a whole page for like we are the medicine. So and you could probably message me too. But please don't let those questions go. Just, I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to shame you. I'm just going to answer the question. Right? I'm just going to answer the question. So anyway, if no one said that they love you today, I love you very much. So yeah. So and like here's the thing too. What Grandfather Tony said. Like, I come from a place of hurt, right? Like the, I was stolen, orphanage, foster care, like all that stuff. So, these hot potato subjects are really like, it's like, oh my God, they're attacking me. Oh God, I like I can't even look at, oh my God, it's triggering me. No. Like, like if it triggers us, and I'm probably sure it triggered a couple of you, out there, and that's not a blame, shame, guilt thing. It's just like, that's really a healthy thing, right? It's really a healthy thing because we can't avoid our triggers because the triggers keep circling around until we deal with them, right? So let's just deal with it in a really good, beautiful, healthy way. Right? right? Like kind of like Pop said, one like the worst first type thing, you know. And I'm like, oh, huh. You know, it's kind of like, it's always like we're spiritually dyslexic, so we want like the worst last, right? So we never get around to it, right? Well, that's kind of like the spirit like if we really have a beautiful relationship with spirit, then spirit will help us handle it, right? Like Grandfather Tony right there. I feel so protected around Grandfather Tony. So I can tell him anything and be like okay, whatever it is, Okay, well, let's just pray about it. Yeah, kind of like that, So it really cut down that like that really scary, energy. And like, oh my God, I can't handle this. Like talk about trauma or anything like that. So, anyways, so that's why when we get any of those touchy subjects, we're gonna address it here, right? So, anyway, I love you. Let's. Okay, we're kind of. Okay, so let's. So we're going to go over Whispers from the Hollow Bone, November 25th. If we can put that in the feeds, please, and thank you. And if you're new here, what we do here is we go over Whispers from the Hollow Bone. I know it's backwards. In daily medicine, we pick a reading out. These are all medicine wheel teachings. And, then we take a look at it, and then we break it down. The beautiful thing is we grow together. And when we read it, we develop a general impression like, oh, what's that? Oh, I don't know that. Oh, what's that? I'm not familiar with that, But, that's okay. The beautiful thing is, like, we're all over the map here. The beautiful thing is we grow together in just imagine if like the world did that. That would be absolutely amazing. So let's jump in. So we're going to read it a couple times and then develop a general impression. So, okay. When our senses awaken and align with Mother Earth, we begin to know a beautiful relationship with all life. Beautiful. It's one of my favorites, but it's just yeah. They're all your favorites. They're all my favorites. I love you. But let's just take a run of this again, right? So when our senses awaken and align with Mother Earth, we begin to know a beautiful relationship with Mother Earth. Okay, what is that telling us, right? There seems to be a road, a path, an understanding, a teaching here, right? Both seen and unseen, right? We live in two worlds, right? Right? This is just absolutely, this is like beautiful, man. It's like, wow, man. This is the kind of stuff that they should teach little kids in like first and second grade. Like build a relationship with Mother Earth, right? I think we'd have a lot less issues, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'll get off that. I'll start something else. So, when our what? Power words. These are absolute power words. English is a really bad language. It really disconnects us from everything. It separates and disconnects us from everything else. But like a broken clock, it's right twice a day. When it's right, let's take advantage of that. Let's look with that. Let's run with that. This is a place that we run with that. When it says we, us, or our, we say, oh my God, okay, because that reminds us of what? The circle. Intertwined and overlapping, right here. Very simple. The beautiful, beautiful circle. The beautiful circle of life. We are intertwined. So this is like Daniela, this is Lynn, this is Heather, this is Maureen, this is everybody here, right? Everybody, we are intertwined. So we are not alone, right? Mm-hmm. When we go out in that world, we're separated by race, we're separated by religion, we're separated by color, we're separated by sexual identity, and all this like crazy stuff. Like when we really forget that, we look exactly like this, and this is also seen and unseen. This is also Mother Earth, which is what they're talking about here. This is from Mother Earth. So. Just sit with that a second, man. I just want you to visualize that this is really important. This is one of the beautiful medicines that Grandfather brought up and said, oh my God, like growing up the way I did, I didn't feel connected to anybody or anything, but as we started to what? Awaken and align means walking the red road. But they're talking about senses. What? So that's really interesting, right? We have five senses, right? We talked about listening the other day. The grandmother talked about listening a couple months ago, and we talked about, hey, it's beautiful. Something Grandfather Tony taught me a long time ago. I just forgotten. So it's we listen with all five senses. So that means, what else do we do with all five senses? We see with all five senses. We hear with all five senses. We taste with all five senses, right? We're talking about being all in. But, it says awaken. So we have to awaken these senses to align ourselves with Mother Earth. How is that absolutely astounding and beautiful? Just take a second, right? There's a beautiful path, a beautiful way. That we're doing it all together, right? Right. That we're not separated by books, we're not separated by religions or this or that or anything. That is really part of connecting, is connecting to our own five senses, to connect to awaken. And I did this thing here. Hold on, where'd it go? I did this thing here. So, sitting there praying about this before the, I sit here about an hour, like an hour and a half before the circle, and I sit here and I pray and just, senses seen and unseen, right? Right. If it begins with the spirit, like the elders, the old ones, the ancestors taught us to do. So what do we do with this? This is a beautiful reading. When our senses, seen and unseen, awaken, seen and unseen, align, seen and unseen. Where do we begin? With the spirit, with the unseen spirit, right? Right. Let's go with the seven sacred teachings. Let's begin with the first one that Grandfather taught me, with humility, right? We talked the other day about humility, and the seven teachings aligned with the seven sacred animals, right? And then the animals. This is what it looks like right here. So the seven sacred laws right here, right? Connects us to the animals, which connects us to the spirit, right? The unseen spirit, and it also connects us to the land, and this goes forward and backwards, right? Right. This is a really simple diagram of how this works. So the lesson isn't only humility, but the lesson is also in the wolf too. And let me just take a step back, and I get it, in different regions, the animals are different. I'm just using the Anishinaabe. So if the animal is different, go with your teaching, go with that, right? The animal can be, replaced. I'm not here to tell you what's right or what's wrong. Go with your traditional teaching. But in Anishinaabe, this is just an example. Let's be really clear. Just in the end. So, okay, we got that clear. This is what that looks like, right? Right. So let's look at this when our senses awaken and align with Mother Earth, right? Right. This is what that looks like. You would write this down too. The seven sacred laws. So the seven sacred laws would be humility, wolf, love, eagle, turtle, truth, honesty, sabe, which is Bigfoot, respect, buffalo, strength, bear, wisdom, beaver. And again, these can be, like if you come from a different region or you're your elders, that's okay. This is not about being right or wrong. I'm not wrong, you're not wrong. It's just like, it's different beautiful teachings, because, and this is a teaching, let's do teaching inside the teaching. So the elders, your medicine men and women, they did their very best to help the people. So I can't say that you're doing it wrong, that your elders did it wrong. your elders, your medicine men and women did it exactly the way they did to help their people. So you know what? There's so many right ways to do it. Let's look at that, right? Let's look at that, right? So this is like the beginning, basic understanding. Our senses awaken and align with Mother Earth. So the animals, they have to be involved. They have to be involved. So we just can't sit with, you see, and just sit with, that's a beautiful thing, right? And you know what? And we can take a run at any one of the animals because they all carry the beautiful medicine, right? Like the butterfly, like, you know, like everybody goes with the proverbial butterfly, change and transformation, all that. Well, that works too, right? That works too, right? And it also works with the seasons, right? Right? And it also works with the plant medicine. So, hold on. It also works with the plant medicine, so like the 4 sacred plants, right? As we sit with the plant medicines, right? As we sit with the animals, right? Actually, this is backwards. So, here, let me write this. So, as you know, as we sit with the animals, right? Can you see this? Okay. You know. So there's help there. There's helpers there, right? To awaken and align. So they're the beautiful. Let's just sit with it. So we're not alone sitting in a human circle. There is help out there available to us. So we say, grandfather said it all the time. It took me like 10 years to figure this out. That they are begging Mother Earth, the wind, the water, the rain, and that too. The wind, the water, the rain, you know, the fire, Mother Earth, you know, the thunder beam. They all are begging for a relationship with us, right? Leading us back to what? Mother Earth. To Mother Earth. So let's go back to our. What is our? So is our just human family? This gets bigger and better. This is just so big, so beautiful, so powerful. So let's go back to our. So is it just a human family? No. Is when our senses are also part of the eagle nation, right? Of the bear nation. The turtle, the butterfly, the beaver, right? That's all part of our, including the 5 senses. So there's so many ways, right? There's so many beautiful ways, right? When we think about this, when we sit with it, I've spent my life trying to figure this out and sit with it and understand, and I only know a little bit, right? But when I sit with Grandfather Tony's teaching, and you know, I listen to the other teachings of the grandmothers and all of this, that, you know, that all boils down to the same thing, right? Right? They say a little differently. Their animals are a little different, you know, like the wheel, like the colors on the medicine wheel, they're like a little different, you know. The directions are, you know, but at the end of all that, it is, and we forget that, and you know, sometimes we get tripped over of, okay, you're like the animals, but at the end of the thing, we're missing the boat. The thing is that we connect to each other, and which is what? The original prayer, harmony and balance. This is a roadmap to harmony and balance. All this, the 7 sacred teachings, you know, I know you can see it backwards, but I'll write this forward like today. So, you know, sacred laws, animals, spirit, seen and unseen, right? And this is all to what? Awaken and align ourselves with Mother Earth. We can't do it alone. We can't sit in only a human circle and expect, you know, really good results. We have to include Mother Earth, both seen and unseen. And then the second, it's just amazing. This is absolutely beautiful, right? Like when we understand who we are, what we are, that the path is clear. The way to ascend is be grounded. Write that one down. Write that one down. Yeah. The way to connect is be grounded, right? The way to see the stars is to be grounded, right? It's all right. It says the same thing. I get so passionate about this because I'm passionate for life, because I almost lost my life a dozen times, 24 times, right? So now I'm like, well, how do I align myself with light? And now I'm passionate for life because I'm helping life have life, right? That's what we're supposed to do, right? So, second half. Kind of forgot where I was for a second one time. I said, okay, we're in a really good time. We begin to know a beautiful relationship with all life. That's the circle medicine. Like, if you don't know what a circle looks like, that's what they're talking about here. When our senses awaken and align with Mother Earth, we begin to know a beautiful relationship with all. We have come full circle. We're supposed to live full circle. We're supposed to live full circle. Every breath is a circle. Every day is a circle. Every week and month and season is a circle. Every year is a circle. Right? We're supposed to live many lives in many different circles. Right? We're supposed to heal and connect to all those circles. And that's part of what the we. So that's part of the we. Are you part of a we healing circle? Give me a thumbs up if we are part of, You know how we begin? This is, it's going to bring this up, right? Start the day with thank you. Start the day with gratitude. We come here for life. We come here for the celebration, the sacredness of life. Every single one of you are out there, from Nina to Sybil to Kimberly to you're beautiful and you're powerful, you're sacred. And when we start to walk this way, incredible things happen, right? Right. Like 30 years ago, I mean, I would have been tripped all over that woman that said you're a racist. I would have been tripped all over that. I would say, Grandfather Tony, what can we do? Just let it go, right? The elders, the old ones, just say let it go. So let's let it go. Just let that one go. Right? That's aligning ourselves. That when we let that kind of thing go, that's aligning ourselves with the Spirit, and that's part of the we. We begin to know. We begin. So that's again. Getting all fired up here again. So that's part of the we begin. That's part of the medicine wheel. We begin where? There's always a beginning. There's always an ending. When there's an ending, there's always a new beginning. Mm-hmm. When there's a beginning, there's always really closely the relative of a beginning is an ending, right? Right. The day is contrast medicine, so it's all those things. It's really beautiful and dynamic when we really sit here and we understand. So let's be grateful for that. The medicine wheel is about gratitude. Life is about gratitude. See, the oceans are about gratitude. The Spirit is about gratitude. That's part of the we here. The we, like if you're just thinking this we is a human circle, then that's good, right? And that's good. But I'm saying it gets better. This beautiful thing gets better. What would you give for your life to get better? What would you not give? Give me a thumbs up if you want your life to be better. Give me a thumbs up. Like, give me a heart. Give me a heart. I'm so proud of everyone. We have each overcome a beautiful, powerful things. Tragedy in our life. Let's come here and let's celebrate life. Let us celebrate life. And then when we celebrate life together, it's freaking magical. The other day we talked about ushering in new miracles. This is the same thing. We begin to usher in miracles. It fits right here. We begin to know, to understand. That know there, to know, to understand, to connect, to reconnect, to maintain, to continue, to walk in what? A beautiful way. What did Grandfather Tony, I'm connecting the dots here. So what did Grandfather Tony tell me, 30 years ago when he gave me this bag and said, go out there, go to fire. He told me to go to fire too. But he said, go out there and pray to everything beautiful. And, really at that time, I was so angry. Violence was my first drug. And so, I was so angry, and below that anger was really sadness. And below that was grieving. I didn't know all that, but, So, he told me to go out there. So what did he tell me to do? The victim in me said he was kicking me away, right? That's what victims do. Unhealed victims will victimize other people, right? And I felt like a victim, and so I just like going out there. So, the old one's kicking me away. But and then he sent me to the fire, and the fire is the thing that really taught me, because when I, when I offered the fire something, it looked a lot like this, right? It looked a lot like that. Well, there's a little sage in there. It wasn't any sage in there, but the fire responded. And then I ran back to Grandfather Tony. It was so funny. I think, Grandfather Tony, I think the fire is responding. The fire's responding to me, Tony. I don't get it. It does this like funny thing. It does this like funny thing when I offer, and the old just kind of laugh and just keep doing that, just kind of keep doing that, but I was like, oh my God, then I ran back to the fire, so just like, oh my God, like I was like a 7-year-old kid, just like, peek, and then the fire would like respond, what was happening was, that moment was awakening. The other side of that moment was aligning. So I didn't know my prayers with the tobacco, my offering was aligning ourselves. If I'm part of a larger whole, it's always ourselves, right? Especially when it comes to the medicine, right? I didn't know that. I was just me, right? This lonely old bear, right? Angry old bear, right? But what's happening was, I'm like, it's like magical. It's like, oh my God, oh my God, and then I started noticing other things responding to me. The plants, the animals, they responded. The sky, they were. I could feel it, right? It took a lot of years. I'm narrowing this down, but right. And then I started hearing, these beautiful voices, and I didn't know what came from, right? These gentle voices, right? That only people that walk the red road, only they know what that is. The people that have a good relationship, they know what that is, right? The colonial world will diagnose you. The spirit world will connect you. Write that one down. They're there to destroy our connection to Mother Earth, but they can't do it. They can't do it, right? They can't do it. That's what the colonial world doesn't understand. They can't destroy the sacred laws. They can't destroy our connection. It's up to us to go out there, to begin to know a beautiful. Write that one down. Every day, begin to know a beautiful, right? Every day we begin again. Let's begin with that sacred breath. Let's begin with that sacred offering. Let's begin in the East where everything begins and everything comes from. Let's welcome back those ancestors, right? And then, and again, beautiful relations. We are here to build beautiful relations. We are here to be good relatives. We are here to be good relatives. And a couple of you from the colonial one was scratching my head like, I don't know how I'm a good relative with, like, the trees. Well, with the fire. Well, go out there and, it looks exactly the same. That's why we go to ceremony. That's why we sing the songs. That's why we have the round dance, the sun dance, the rain dance. That's why we have all these indigenous things to connect us, to remind us, to strengthen our relationship with Mother Earth. We don't do it to look. We don't go to a sweat to get high. We go to a sweat to offer ourselves so we can connect to the spirit, right? Right? Yeah. 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 There was a comment, colonial comment the other day out, talking about it. There was a picture of a sweat lodge. And he said, well, I just go to the gym to sweat, right? I'm like, well, I don't think you get that. I really don't think you get why we go in there. Oh, and there was another comment too. Well, I'm tired of just getting hot. Well, I think you're completely missing the point. Right? I think no, we're there to connect to life. Right? And people that connect to life, they wouldn't say that. Right? Right? Right. So we come full circle. So let's begin. So the 7 sacred laws: animals, spirit, unseen land, and then a beautiful relationship with all life. So we're really it really goes like this too. All life, the sacred, unseen, and unseen. We are a continual circle and cycle, right? The old ones, talked about the sacred hoops. This is one of the sacred hoops that they're talking about. And let's bring the seasons in here too. Part of our sacred hoop is releasing those things that no longer serve us. Right? Right. So let's just bring it all together here. So that comment that woman made is what? It no longer serves us. So what do we do? It's not serving life. So what do we do with that comment, right? What do we do there? Let it go. The elder the person saying that on the page was absolutely right. Just dismiss it. Let it go. If it doesn't serve life, then what do we do? She hit it right on the head. Just dismiss it. That's the lesson right there. So when we dismiss, guess what? We're just going to bring it all in. So when we dismiss a comment like that, what are we really doing? What's the teaching behind the teaching? What's beyond the beyond? The beyond is that we align and awaken ourselves, right? Right. That colonial world will always throw stuff at us to trip us up. These little stuff, right? Right. And sometimes we get caught up into it because we take things personally, right? Sometimes you just got to release those things that no longer serve life. Does those comments serve life, right? Probably not. Probably not. Let's go with those things and line those things that offer us life, so we can be what? Better hollow bones. It's all in here. It's all connected, right? Everything here is connected. This is one big beautiful circle here. This is one big beautiful circle. So the reading here it is, blah blah blah. Here. It's all one big circle. It always, you can tell if a circle is sacred if it always comes back to itself. Write that one down. I don't know if you know that, but a circle is sacred if it always comes back to itself. All life. We could talk all day about the first 1 hour and all life. We could talk all day about that. Don't get me started. So I was kind of like. But those are beautiful things that connect us all. So this is a great gift from the Spirit today, right? Okay, we're going to probably finish on time here. So amazing, first time ever. So let's read this one more time. I love you. I love you. I love you. So let's rotate. When our senses awaken, okay. So we know what senses are. All 5 senses, right? Right. Okay. Awaken in line with Mother Earth. We begin. We. Write that one down. We. Do you know we's a circle? I don't know if you know that. Mm-hmm. We's a circle. It looks like a lot like that circle right there. See that? Circle like that. So we's a circle, right? So our, us, and we circle. So okay. I want you to put that in there. That's like the medicine wheel. So the wheel looks like this, right? Okay, so we begin to know. So really every day there's a new beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we awaken, and there's stuff, lessons to be learned. Healthy, beautiful lessons. How about that? Lessons aren't always bad, you know, right? Lessons aren't always bad. Let's walk. That's what we say. We walk in a good way. So let's learn these lessons in a good way. Let's learn so we can overcome. And so we don't dip out. We don't put on our running shoes again, right? When a woman says, "Wayne, I think you're racist," right? You know, when a white woman says, "Hey, Wayne, I think you're racist," right? Okay. I'm not even going to say I'm going to smudge your face when I see you. I'm not even going to say that.
Too late.
Too late. Okay. I love you. I love the way you just let me go. You let me get in trouble all by myself. I love you guys. Let me get all in trouble all by myself. Okay, everyone. All right. Well, let's. I love you. You know what? And we grow and we love and we laugh and we have a good time, right? You know. So all this stuff here, we can have a good time and grow and laugh, right? And now we can kind of laugh at that woman that said, "Wayne, I think you're racist." You know, we can laugh at her because we're sending prayers at her, right? Now we're making jokes about it, like in a good way, right? Sponge your face when I see it, right? You know, whatever. So, all right. Announcement time. Okay, I love you. Women's group, International Women's Healing Circle Facebook group. Denise Miller, she is a Métis elder. She is a circle keeper for that. She's a singer. She does all that. Those women do a great job over there. We also have that's like an international thing too. So Maureen O'Hara, she takes care of the circle in Europe. Also combined with Denise, they do a great job. They do great. So if you've got something going on, please go support that circle. Sometimes you need the circle. Sometimes the circle needs you. So, okay, new YouTube channel. So what we're doing over there is, I know everybody can't take an hour every day to do this. So this will be on the YouTube channel. That was a question the other day. So today's reading will be over there. Also, we're doing little shorts, like 10 or 15 minute teachings too. I think I'm going to do land back today. So we'll just talk about that a little bit. So, land back. Okay, workshop announcement, Journey Through the Season with Denise Miller and myself, coming up March 24th in a couple weeks, 3 weeks. So, strengthening this is a recovery-based workshop. So, we are all in recovery. Zoom, if you'd like more information about that. Just leave me a message. Okay, volunteers needed. MMIW, 2 projects going on. We've got a t-shirt project going on, coming really close. We should have, and we have a lot of, some great things are happening. If you want to be involved, if you want to volunteer, committees are set up. Please choose a committee. And we do have, hold on. So, and if you would like to donate, I can't find the little thing here. If you would like to donate, we do have a way to donate to. Also, there's more than one way to support. So, through PayPal also. So, all right. So. Anyway, that was a little weird. But anyway, the final word is this ceremony may end, but the ceremony inside you does not end. So it does us no good to be all spiritual here if we don't take it out there. So let's take what we lived here, loved here, listened to here,
And learned.
and learned here. And let's take it out there. Take it to the four winds. That means be those walking peace treaty. Be that place of gentleness. Be that place of love and light. Be that place of harmony and balance. When harmony and balance, when disharmony and disbalance comes to you, you know what I said. Comes to you. Smooth it out. If it doesn't serve life, then just dismiss it. Okay, well, my name is Kanipa Whitmacqua. And if no one said that, they love you today. I love you very much. Let's have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.